I am not black. I am not black.
Abundance, abundance, gratitude. Listen to me, people. I got 2 videos that I want to play for you. Now, you do what you want with the videos. This is food for thought. You do the dishes. That's all I am. I'm just here as a reminder. Ooh, I do apologize. Belching. That was that beet juice that I was drinking. But anyway, I'm ready to play 2 videos for you. Food for thought. You do the dishes. I'm just a great reminder. Shout out to Big Heart. Thanks for posting this video, and shout out to the 2 individuals that put the video together, because this is actual factual proof to show you that Donald Trump is still your president of the United States. And not only that, that these species that's on this planet know that everything is at an end, and they do everything strategically and scientifically. Everything. So listen to this. But first of all, let me play this video.
This is a long video worth watching. So are things about to get serious, or is this all just a big coincidence? 400 guns stolen from a UPS center, 620 pounds of explosives with 400 blasting caps stolen from a construction company, and 400 bulletproof vests stolen from the Ukrainian whatever embassy something in New York. Coincidence? The last video will shock you more than anything I've just said.
About 400 bulletproof vests, which were donated to be sent to Ukraine, have been stolen in Manhattan. The vests were stored inside the Ukrainian Congress Committee of America building on 2nd Avenue in the East Village. The theft happened sometime overnight. Workers found the door forced open when they arrived this morning. They called police. The NYPD is now looking for those responsible.
Here at the Susquehanna Regional Police Department, because these officers are working with the ATF and state police to try to find these explosives. Gregory General Contracting Company reported the thefts of 640 pounds of dynamite and 400 blasting caps. The ATF says they were stolen from a truck parked at a pipeline worksite off River Road. It says workers left the explosive locked in a truck Friday, but then noticed the trailer door was open and those locks were missing on Monday. If you have any information that could help investigators and could earn you that $10,000 reward, call 1-888-ATF-BOMB. That number also 1-888-283-2662. Stealing or even possessing stolen explosives is a federal crime that could come with up to 10 years in prison. In Lancaster County, Caitlin Smith, WGAL News 8.
There's a cash reward this morning up for grabs after someone stole 400 guns from a Memphis UPS facility. They used a U-Haul van to do it Sunday. The ATF released pictures of the suspects. Here they are right here, but they're still working to figure out exactly what type of guns are gone. Investigators say the guns were on their way to different companies and cities. The ATF is offering a $5,000 reward for information.
Developing tonight, soldiers accused of running an elaborate theft ring based at Fort Carson. The stolen items range from protective vests to a robot worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Tom Mustin is in Colorado Springs tonight. Tom, the men are accused of selling several high-tech, even sensitive items.
Karen, we're talking about $500,000 worth of extremely sensitive equipment stolen from Fort Carson since November and then peddled across the globe. Now, we're here in a Safeway parking lot where federal agents actually met one of those suspects and purchased some of the items. And tonight, the feds believe they've shut down an extremely dangerous inside job. An angry Susan Tuhig sounded off after the arrest of her Colorado Springs neighbor, Daniel Francis.
Who is he to do this to us? I'm furious.
Francis, along with Staff Sergeant Benjamin Cardwell, Sergeant Johnny Herrera, and former soldier Todd Crow, are accused of stealing high-tech military equipment from Port Carson and selling it online. The stolen items include this $187,000 urban robot sold on eBay for $30,000. Other items include infrared laser devices and high-tech headsets.
We don't have enough money to take care of our wounded warriors, and somebody comes along and steals things from Fort Carson to sell them for their own profit? That is absolutely absurd.
The FBI says Francis sold the equipment after the other three men stole the items from a supply company. An undercover Army agent allegedly met Francis in the Safeway parking lot to buy some of the items. Suzanne says neighbors wondered about the heavy traffic in front of Francis's house.
11 o'clock at night, they still had trucks and cars and stuff all over the driveway, and I kept saying, what are they selling?
According to court documents, the FBI arrested Francis April 15th when he brought a rifle and night vision goggles to a meeting with an undercover agent. And as Francis and the others await their fate, Suzanne has a message for the man who may soon be her former neighbor.
You should be ashamed of yourself. I hope they give you at least 20 years.
Now, Francis will not face 20 years. He and the others face up to 5 years in the federal prison and $250,000 of fines.
Now, listen, besides the last case when the individual was selling the 400 guns that's stolen from the UPS, who knew that they was there? They targeted that. That was specific. They knew where to go. So, and the vest that was stolen and the bombs, the explosive, the 640 pounds of explosive. Now, with all the stuff that's going on across the planet right now, Israel, Palestine, and Muslims and Christians, and all the protests that's popping out in all these cities, false flags, so they can get this thing popping and get it started. Pause. Next video. This video I'm gonna play next, my people. Please pay close attention to this video. Shout out to Big Heart and the individuals that made this video, and shout out for Big Heart for posting this video. But this here speaks volumes. Again, everybody that was around Biden that day was artificial. Eukaryotic cell is artificial intelligence, but the people that were around Biden at this day and currently around him, these are all what you would call these are all what you would call reptilian and what you call AI, artificial suits, like what you would call like Terminator, Terminator. This is these are the people that are around Biden. But here you go right here. Pay attention to this right here, my people. And this was the last president, and understand gematria when it comes down to numbers. Like I said, the number 9 is very important. 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, and 13.
Again, and I noticed none of the military had any ranks or honors on their jackets, so I decided to go back and Biden's inauguration again, and I noticed none of the military had any ranks or honors on their jackets, so I decided to go back and look at other past inaugurations, and I noticed Bush, they had their ranks on their jackets. I looked at Obama. This isn't actually the inauguration, but it is the laying of the wreath. For some reason, the video wouldn't edit that I found for Obama's inauguration. But you can see here, they all have their military rank on their jackets. And the next one you'll see with Trump. Trump has his. And I want you to notice, too, that all three of them were able to touch the wreath and kind of push it back on the stand. But I want you to notice Biden's on what happens with his here, because his is different. Because remember, there's no military rank on any of the jackets anywhere. You can't find them. And you're going to see he doesn't walk down the steps. He walks out from the left if you're facing the tomb, which is weird. So you see there's no military ranking on any military officer there.
So he swore in 11:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a violation of the 20th Amendment of the Constitution, which specifically says the president's term is to end at noon and that successors shall then begin. That was 11:47 a.m. You'll see that in the video and certain clips.
Just to reiterate, if you go back, if you remember, he was sworn in before noon. We didn't make it up. We didn't change the time. If you go back, do a little bit of your own research, find some of those videos, see what time, ask people. He was sworn in before noon, which means it's illegitimate.
Joseph Robinette Biden will be the 46th President of the United States. He was congratulated as Mr. President. He will officially become President in about 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes at noon.
We didn't just make up the rule. If you want to do some reading, that means there was 2 presidents at the same time, right? Please continue, sir.
And there's also 2 different sets of soldiers. So when you look at the soldiers around Biden that day, there's not one single uniform that's regulation uniform. And I always hold up my buddy's memorial here. You know, the uniform, we serve in a uniform, we die in a uniform. The ultimate sacrifice is to die in it. So that's why we treasure the uniform and we hold it sacred. So the military law, same guy. He served on the same military law. So military law and regulations and orders are sacred to us because the ultimate sacrifice is to die in it. Not a single uniform around Biden that day was...
Not a single uniform had medals on it. The medals that be on the right hand, none of them was marked. You didn't know what they were. Sergeants, lieutenants, none of them. Not one of them. Food for thought. You do the dishes. Abundance and gratitude to all.
Raw TV. I am not black.